everyone, it's Helen back again today with another Chatty Plan With Me video. I think it's safe to say that this month has definitely been crazy, and as you'll soon see, my spread has changed a lot as a result. But before I go into everything, here are all the major tools I'll be using in my spread this week. As the main part of the spread, I'm using a couple of punny cutouts from an old calendar I had lying around. I'll also be using this pastel Tombow dual brush pen set, specifically number 451, which is a light blue shade. Of course, my Crayola super tip markers will also be featured heavily in this spread. And at this point, it almost feels unnecessary to say this, but I'm also using my muji .38 black ballpoint pen and also my Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen. Now, before I get started on the main topic of this video, I first have to say a quick apology for the blurriness at the beginning of these next few clips. I totally just went ahead and started planning before checking to see if my camera was focused, but if it is bothering you, don't worry because it should go away soon. So as I am doing the voiceover for this video, it is currently March 30th and almost 2 weeks into the Bay Area shelter-in-place advisory due to the global coronavirus pandemic. It is also the Monday after spring break, technically, though all my classes have been moved online and all my activities have been cancelled, so every single day so far has felt like an extremely quiet, extremely anxiety-ridden school break. And that feeling of not knowing the future is really starting to show in my spreads. They're a lot sparser than usual, not just because things have been cancelled, but also because I'm just not sure what things will look like in the near future. Yes, I do have things scheduled in, but those are mostly just online classes, which at this point are inevitable, and pre-planned online hangouts on Club Penguin or something. More mundane things like meeting up with friends or grocery shopping are just now in flux because it feels like something new is being put into place every single day. It's weird because it used to give me comfort to see blank spots on my planner because I would think to myself, yes, a 3-hour chunk on Wednesday to get my project done, but now that I have a lot more of those blank spaces, I'm not quite sure what to do with them. Luckily, I am very, very, very fortunate to have a family and multiple friends who, despite being far apart right now, are continuously willing to pop in for a quick FaceTime or a call. I mean, just this past weekend, I spent over 8 hours FaceTiming a few old friends from high school just because we were playing Club Penguin together and wanted to chat while we were doing so. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that yes, it is totally justified to feel afraid and worried right now. I know I am. But I also want to encourage you to reach out to friends both old and new and still chat even though we have to be physically far away. Now, I'm not the most proactive person when it comes to reaching out because I am pretty introverted, but throwing out a random, "Hey, anyone want a video chat?" into a group message can really just make a socially isolated day feel less socially isolated. A few things that I've struggled with include running out of things to talk about or activities to do with friends, but one thing that helped was having a common goal that my friends and I could work on. This next anecdote I'm going to tell is going to sound really stupid, but it is a good example of what I'm talking about. So on Saturday, a couple of friends and I FaceTimed, and we all began playing Club Penguin again together, and we found out that there's this one minigame called Kart Surfer that had all these missions and goals that we could meet, and if you meet those goals, you basically get more coins from the game. So we spent the next 4 hours sitting together trying to meet that goal, even though we were all on separate accounts with totally separate penguins. And if one person just got there faster, he just cheered the rest of us on and helped give us pointers on how to achieve certain goals. And in the end, it was really fun to just hear them laugh or grunt in frustration over FaceTime during those few hours, and it genuinely made the entire day pass by really quickly. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that you're going to have to play Club Penguin with someone for an entire day just to feel less sad, but I am saying that there is comfort in knowing that another human being out there is conscious of what goals you have, even if it's over the phone and even if that goal is super small. So FaceTime someone while they're cooking and tell them what to cook and tell them how great of a job they're doing. Work out with someone over Skype and congratulate each other when you guys are done. Or if a family member or friend is still working, call them at the end of the day and tell them what a great job they're doing. I think one thing that's really hard about this entire situation is that social distancing, despite having heroic and fantastic results, does not feel very heroic or fantastic at all. I guess you could see the cup as half empty and accuse the human race as being selfish in one sense, But I think you can also see the cup as half full because this means that there's an inherent desire in all individuals to do good. And I really encourage you guys to verbalize that by affirming others and tell them that they're doing a good job, whether it's in something as small as winning cart server on Club Penguin or as big as working on the front lines. And I can assure you that you'll feel a lot better afterwards. And on a closing note, I just want to affirm all of you who are watching this and practicing social distancing if you can, that what you're doing is really important because it's a huge collective effort in the name of humanity. And if you're still working outside of your home due to necessity, I also want to affirm you and tell you that what you are doing is really, really, really important as well, and you're doing a great job. And after all this is over, you deserve the biggest and longest rest ever. And on that note, this is the end of the video, so please stay safe, wash your hands, and be kind to everyone right now. Thanks, and see you again soon.